Hi, I'm Roger Bryant. I work in the Department of Earth, Atmospheric and Planetary Sciences at Purdue University, and my job is a sedimentary geochemist. So what that is analyzing the chemical composition of rocks, specifically sedimentary rocks. So sedimentary rocks are one of the three main rock types, the other two being igneous and metamorphic. The reason why I focus on sedimentary rocks is because those form in Earth's surface environments. And one good thing about that is that they tend to record in their chemical makeup information about environmental conditions at Earth's surface. And so by going in and measuring the chemical composition of these rocks, I can learn about past environments on Earth. So how were environmental conditions like temperature, the pH of the ocean, things like that, different in Earth's past. And this is not only something that can be applied on Earth, but also potentially on other planets like Mars. And so some Mars rovers have on them mass spectrometers which are used to analyze the chemical composition of rocks on Mars, and they're doing something very similar to what I do mostly with Earth rocks. I got a lot of applications from prospective graduate students from all sorts of different backgrounds, and I think that's great. I don't think you need a specific background to be a graduate student in a lab that does sedimentary geochemistry. I would say there are some things that I tend to look for in people's backgrounds which can be helpful. I would say creativity is actually the number one thing I look for in a potential grad student, which might be surprising to some of you because geology, geochemistry is part of a STEM field, but I would say creativity is still one of the number one attributes I look for, because one of the main things we do day to day is problem solving. We're solving small problems, we're also collecting a lot of data. Sometimes there is no set protocol for interpreting those data, and so you have to get quite creative and very thoughtful about how to actually interpret some of the data we're collecting. And so creativity is the main thing. I also think if you're currently in middle school or high school and you're thinking about which classes to take to prepare yourself for STEM in general, obviously some of the sciences, the core sciences, are helpful, although I would always encourage you to stay broad, at least until you get to college. I think some of the more creative subjects, things like drama, performing arts, languages, those are all helpful for keeping your brain active and creative. And so I would definitely not encourage specialization too young. And I would say, yes, take the chemistry, physics, biology, those are all incredibly helpful, but do not shy away from some of the more creative subjects as well. That would be my advice, and that actually, that's kind of an autobiographical response, because I myself did not specialize early. I didn't go into the sciences exclusively when I was in high school, and I didn't even discover geology as a discipline until I reached university. And so I would say there are ways you can prepare, but also just go out into nature. If you find you have a passion for nature and the natural world, then there are careers out there for you where you can study the natural world and try and solve some of the many existing problems and gaps in knowledge that we have in our field.